Hey there, y'all. Bunkle here. Gonna be popping a pack of 1987 Topps Jumbo 100 cards, plus that special rookie card up over there. I definitely like the 1987s. They bring me back, that's for sure. I remember when they first hit. There were a bunch of cards we were looking for, a bunch of players. I was definitely much more into baseball and the players in the game back then than I am now. But then again, I was late teens, early 20s when this set hit. Now I was collecting baseball cards definitely from a young age. I probably got my first pack, first pack when I was like 5 or 6, growing up in the Bronx. Was born and raised a Yankee fan. I don't make any secret of that anywhere, but I was always a baseball fan also. Now, from a Yankee point of view, especially during the Steinbrenner days, you definitely wanted to be a baseball fan because, anybody who was great on any other team, if their contract came up, good old Uncle George Steinbrenner would try to get them over on the Yankees. Now, that didn't always mean it panned out. We did have to survive the superstar onslaught of the 80s where no rings, no pennants, no nothing. Poor Donnie Baseball just sat and floundered. Of course, we had some great games, some great times. That's for sure. I enjoyed hanging out at the stadium a lot when I was a teenager. Old stadium, of course. Now, the 87s, when these hit and during that year, there were definitely cards that we were all hot on. Some cards, of course, still, if you go onto PSA, they have value today. If you take a look at the price guides, if you do get something gradable and graded, a PSA 10. The Barry Bonds, of course, would be the highlight card of this, and a PSA 10. Decent change. I mean, considering this is all junk wax era stuff, as they call it, junk wax era. Everybody has a different idea as far as what they call vintage. To me, this is vintage. Now, it is called junk wax because so many were mass produced. They were all over. I mean, I remember cards just all literally very easy to get between the Topps, the Fleer, the Donruss. 87, there were also Topps leaders cards. There were different packs. You didn't see the big expansion though until I'd say a couple of years later, 89, 90, 91, where they started putting inserts. Upper Deck, of course, came out. Score was out. So instead of one company that was making them before 81, you just had Topps, really. And there were some minor things that came out, like TCMA and other nonsense things that nobody really collected. But then you had Donruss and Fleer, then Upper Deck and Score, and then all the other companies, and you had Fleer coming out with different type cards, Topps coming out with different type cards, also quality and higher quality, and Tiffany and this and that, and all sorts of other stuff. But anyway, getting back to the regular 87 Topps. So Barry Bonds in a PSA 10, you're talking anywhere between 150, 200, maybe a little bit higher. The Pirates leaders card, of course, with Barry Bonds and Bobby Bonilla, Bobby Bo on there. That's also somewhere around $150. The first checklist is also $150, more or less. Now, stars and superstars you can find in these, of course, rookies. Your Bo Jackson rookie is definitely a great card to find. Your Strawberry, also a great card to find. Hall of Famers, Nolan Ryan, George Brett, Reggie Jackson, tons of others. Stars, Bob Horner, of course, Dale Murphy. Dale Murphy, I think anybody can make a great argument that he should be in the Hall of Fame. Not, and for whatever reason. Dave Parker's another one. So tons of great stuff. Now, we were really hot during this year as far as the Mark McGwire rookie card, the Barry Bonds rookie card, and the Bo Jackson. Others, the Rafael Palmeiro, definitely the Barry Larkin. I mean, you had a lot of like hot, rising, up and coming stars. Now, some of them, of course, did not play out to their full potential. Others got involved in, we'll just say, drinking some juice or whatever. And for whatever it might be or anything like that, I mean, I've made this stand before. It may not have been right, but it wasn't banned. The coaches knew, the managers knew, the commissioner knew. Nobody, there was no secret as far as any of that stuff that was going on. So the fact that the players got bagged for it and the players continue to ride the bench. Now, if they use something after something was banned, that's a different story. Especially if they got caught using after it was banned, and I mean like cold out there. That's a different story. But somebody like Mark McGuire, I mean, he was probably using. Nobody can say for sure. Nobody knows for sure. Uh, Before it was banned. Now, I was also having a conversation with somebody a couple days ago, mechanic that stopped by to take a look at a little issue on one of our family's cars. My daughter's car got a little bit of a ding. And we were talking out there, just got to talking baseball and football and basketball and all that other great stuff, and just life in New York City growing up, and comparing times from the 70s and 80s to now. But just going along with the whole, I guess, idea as far as that time period and who was doing and all of that other stuff. I mean, there were other players. There were players that were probably doing, others that weren't. And sure, it might not be fair to compare the two, but I mean, I guess in the grand scheme, it didn't really matter. Anyway, let's get to opening some of these. Enough of me babbling around here. I got my box cutter out here. And I see that first side. Ooh, yummy gummy. That's just slightly cracked. So, cheers to y'all. As it turns to powder in my mouth. You see, you don't even have the privilege of hearing the crunch on this. All right, we are starting off with Frankie V. And John Franco. All right. Couple good names from back when. Jeff Reardon. Jose Oquendo, just looking a little shady there, looking out to the side. What's going on behind me? Thanks, dude. So I'm going to try to take my gum. Got Larry Sheets. Al Nippa. Mike Bilecki. Check out that classic Pirates hat. It's a painter's cap. Cecilio Guante. He looks real happy to be here. The painter's cap looks painted on. Eddie Lee Whitson. Ron Robinson. Bill Russell. Paul Molitor, Hall of Famer. I'll throw you up on the wall. Rob Wilfong. Tom Waddell. Steve Crawford. Zane Smith. Stan Javier. Oh, somebody show me his back. 2 cards show me their backs. Marvell Wynn and Jeffrey Leonard. Looking all suspicious as far as what's going on. Like, where you looking to? Got Marty Barrett. Steve Fire Uvid. Alex Trevino. Candyman Candelaria, formerly with the Pirates. Bill Gullickson. Bob Kippa. Glenn Hubbard, and Carlton Fisk. All right. Got a couple Hall of Famers in that first little stack. Get through the second part of that first cell from the jumbo. Got Jeff Reed, Bobby O, great pitcher. Lou Whitaker. Yeah, you know what? I might as well put him up over there. Now, I'm not going to frapper those. Dave Parker, great player. Should be Hall of Famer. Mark Langston. Bruce Hurst, Maury Wills, Turn Back the Clock, Cliff Johnson, Jack Morris, the Lance Parrish All-Star. Now, there's a couple varieties with a couple of these cards, in particular the Strawberry and the Gooden, where on some of the cards it has a trademark, on other cards it's missing one. I'm not sure where the trademark would be on the AL cards. I'll check that one out later. Gary Renicky, Jerry Royce, That arm's all the way behind his ear. He's hiding the ball behind his head. All right, Steve Carlton. Great card there. Hall of Famer there. You know what? I am gonna frapper these up. Let me keep those on the side. You're gonna get off the wall right now. Sit down. Al Pulido. B.J. Surhoff. That's a good example of a great player. Had a lot of hype back in '87. Didn't turn out, had a good enough career, but didn't turn out to everything that they said he was going to be. Not all the players do. Craig Reynolds, Todd Worrell, Steve Lake, Rick Sutcliffe, the Tigers leaders, Andre Thornton, definitely underrated player. Great hitter, Rocket Roger, and Dick Williams, manager. He definitely has a manager face. All right, get some frappers going here. So I think that was a good start. 86 highlights. Got the Molitor. Now, while I'm doing this, I just want to say thank you all for subscribing, for stopping by, for checking out these videos, for commenting. I definitely appreciate all comments and thumbs up. I definitely like having a conversation about baseball or football or basketball or whatever else the particular video might be going on. If you want to cross over comments between basketball, baseball, and football, that's fine also. I'm all good with that. If you want to start a conversation about whatever else, I think I've done that a couple times also. All right, we got all those up there. Pretty good start. 5 up on the wall to start. Get this second part going here. And who do we have here? Nobody. Well, yeah, somebody to his mama. Got Robbie Thompson, Lloyd Mosby, Dave Johnson. Oh, weird face. Whitey Herzog, Bob Boone, Rick Shue. Yeah, maybe. Well, I think he has shoes. Willie McGee, Mike Brown, Sammy Stewart, Alfredo Griffin. We got some more cards flipping over there. Dave Stapleton, Sid Bream, Lonnie Smith, Raphael Belliard. Ooh, another Rocket Roger. Yeah, I don't mind the flip on that one. Nice way to hide it. I'll keep that one on the side right now. Buddy Biancala. Yep, Buddy Bian. Okay, Bob Walk. Not a great name for a pitcher. I'm sure you wish your name was Bob Strikeout or Bob K. Dennis Leonard, Pat Tabler, Mickey Tettleton, Bob Sebra, Kevin Bass. Now wait, okay, yeah, his bat's over there. That's a bat in practice, or somebody sitting on the on-deck circle. That just looks kind of weird. His arms going this way, and there's a big bat hanging out over there. Enos Cabell, Rafael Ramirez, Mr. Andre Dawson, great player. You will get a frapper. Hall of Fame frapper up on the Wall of Fame. Rick Dempsey. This guy looks more like a shop teacher. Andy Allenson, Greg Minton, Joaquin Andujar. Great pitcher. Really great pitcher. Mike Aldretti, Lamar Hoyt. Ended up with the White Sox. Had that great season, couple good seasons he had. Brett Butler, Wally Jordan. That's another example, Wally World, of a great player, somebody who everybody thought, the media definitely had Wally World through the hype machine. Didn't totally pan out. He did have a good career, but nowhere near Hall of Fame, nowhere near what they projected for him. Turn back the clock, Yaz. Great Yaz card. All right, we have the checklist, 1 to 132. Now again, in a PSA 10, This is one of the higher price cards in the 87 set. And looking at the shape of this card, yeah, you know what? Corners are perfect, edges are perfect, and all of that other great stuff. But that centering, yeah, okay. Good luck there. Mark Bailey, Chet Lemon, Mike Flanagan, Ruben Sierra, no comment. Jeff Reed, Bobby O, Lou Whitaker. Oh, looks like we've been through this part already. There goes a Whitaker right up there. Dave Concepcion, Big Red Machine, 70s player, 70s, 80s. Rod Scurry, Andy Allenson. Yeah, he had the Gold Cup and all, but I don't remember any hype around him. So I think his career ended up exactly the way it was supposed to. Ron Davis, Cubbies. The Twins leaders, top to bottom, is really badly centered on that one. John Cerruti, one of the greatest, I'd say, greatest managers of his generation. Earl Weaver, Jorge Oda, or George Orta, and Jamie Moyer. He's actually looking young there. I guess he's only been pitching for only a few years there. And this is before his 60-year career. Anyway, let's get those other ones frappered up here. Now, as I said, I definitely appreciate everybody who stopped by, watched this video, thumbs up, comments, all of that other great stuff. You'll see sports cards of all kinds on my channel here. Baseball, football, basketball, hockey. I've done some golf even. Non-sports cards. If you look at a couple videos I did some Garbage Pail Kids packs. Those were a lot of fun. I definitely like those. And I do have some other non-sports stuff coming up shortly. Also doing some coins and some, as the weather gets nicer here in Jersey, we'll definitely be getting to go into some garage sales, yard sales, all of that great stuff. I'll clue you in. I do a bit of reselling. And I have for a bunch of years stuff that I might find that other people in other places might be useful. Location arbitrage, as they call it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Y'all take care. Stay well. Stay blessed. Bunkle out.